Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan and I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle, so if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I make videos twice a week and I would love to have you here. So this is my long awaited handbag collection video. Now this is my most requested video by far. You guys have been requesting a handbag collection video since I started my YouTube channel, and I'll be quite honest, I feel a little weird about it. I love watching them, and so I get that they're super entertaining because I watch them all the time. It's my guilty pleasure. I love seeing how people build their collections, what bags they like, what's working for them, what's their favorite bags. But I also feel very weird about putting this on the internet for myself. I don't know why. I know it is a popular video for other creators in my niche of luxury handbags and fashion on YouTube, so I'm doing it, but I want to give a little disclaimer. If you do not like luxury handbags, if you do not like luxury shopping, please click off now. Your negative comments are not going to be tolerated. They will be deleted, and I will block you if you make repeated comments that are nasty. This is a video to share my collection with other people who are passionate about handbags and want to know what worked out best for me, because I asked you guys on my stories how you wanted me to do this, because I've seen it done so many ways, from smallest to biggest, by brand, by color, by, there's endless ways you can do this video, but you guys by far voted that you wanted my entire collection ranked from best to worst. I think that that is a way to make this video very useful and not just a, oh, look at what I have. You can really get an idea about the handbags that I love the most and the ones that I don't. Maybe that can help inform your decision when you're going to buy a handbag. I'm not going to go in depth in each bag because we're going to be here a long time. I have over 50 designer bags, which, yes, I know it's a lot. I didn't even include brands like Jacquemus, Tory Burch, Kate Spade. Those price points for most of their bags are under $500, like for the majority of their bags. That I considered like a contemporary designer handbag. So these are brands where the main price point for the brand is over that threshold. So here we go, let's get into it. First bag on my list is my Chanel Coco Handle. I've done several videos on this bag. It's actually also my most used handbag. The shape is so feminine and so beautiful, and it holds quite a bit as well. I wanted a classic black Chanel in my collection. I went for this one because the price for what you get of the bag is much better than a classic flap. Classic flaps have gotten very expensive in recent years, so I feel like this is a great value for money. I did buy it in the Dubai Mall store. You can check out my video up here on this bag if you want to know more details about it. But this is a bag that will be in my collection forever. I will never sell this. It is my black Chanel bag that will last me a lifetime. My second favorite bag is my pink Chanel classic flap. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge classic flap girl. You're probably not going to see a whole lot more medium classic flaps in my collection, but this was a dream unicorn bag. This is in caviar leather. This is from the year 2004, and that was back when they gold plated the hardware. Fiance Ronnie got me this bag for my birthday last year. I sourced it through a trusted Instagram seller, Timeless Vogue. It's in great condition. I couldn't believe how gorgeous it is. It has a pocket on the back. I mean, it's a classic flap. You've seen a classic flap before, so I'm not going to go into all the details. This was above retail, I think, in the year it was made, but it was below current retail, so I was happy with the price of this bag. It took me a very long time to find this bag. I'll link my video up here if you want to know more about my journey and getting my hands on this bag. Even though she's not as used as my Coco Handle, she is one of my favorites that will always be in my collection. I'll never sell this bag because Chanel does not gold plate their hardware anymore. She's a dream bag and she feels the need for a classic flap in my collection. Third favorite bag is my Chanel Mini Tweed. So this is the mini classic flap style. I find that the space of this is so perfect that I personally wouldn't look at a small size for my collection. I love this size so much. I used to have it in the teal patent, which I've sold on because patent leather just doesn't hold up well in Dubai. I bought this actually at Heathrow duty free, and the price for the tweed was better than the leather. The thing is now Chanel only does the minis in like different fabrics and lambskin, and I would only buy a mini in a leather if it was caviar, and those on the pre-love market go like several $1,000s above retail. So getting a tweed one was a perfect option for me. I don't recommend tweed for everyone. If you have a large collection and your bases are covered for your like daily use bags, a tweed is a really special addition, especially from Chanel, because they're so known for tweed. If you take care of it properly, it can last you a long time. I have some tips for taking care of it in my video. I'll link it up here. I'm so happy to have a mini back in my collection, and I just adore this one. My fourth and fifth favorites are the same bag in different colors. So my fourth favorite is my little Chanel Trendy CC Walk. And my fifth favorite is my black one. So I bought this in Dubai duty free in the airport on my way to London, and then later on I saw it came in the pink, and I sourced it from India. Some friends of mine helped me order it from the store there, and then my mother-in-law brought it from India to Dubai for me. So I kind of had to have a lot of help to find this one in pink, but it's so gorgeous. It says Chanel at the top. This one is more delicate for sure, and I wear it less often, but I love the color more that it's actually more of my favorite than this one. Again, these are two bags I would never ever sell. The sixth bag on my list is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull from the Escale collection. This is one of the newer bags in my collection, but a fast favorite. I just absolutely love the functionality of it. It fits everything. This is the MM size. I did a full review on it. I'll link it up here. The colors are just dreamy. This is like a unicorn Neverfull. I love all things pink and rainbow, so you're gonna see a lot of pink and pastels in my collection. And what I really like about this is a way to do a light color bag that's more durable, because Louis Vuitton canvas is so easy to clean. So I did buy this one in the Dubai Mall store. When lockdowns happened, I ordered from my SA, and they deliver home here in the UAE from Louis Vuitton. I really didn't want to miss out. Limited edition Neverfulls go for more on the pre-love market than they do in store, so that's why I bought retail. Just love it. It's so beautiful and so functional. The seventh bag on my list is my medium-sized tweed Chanel. This is so special to me. I don't use it as much as my leather bags. It's definitely not a high use bag, but this is like a work of art. This is so gorgeous, and the price point when I bought this was so significantly less than a leather flap. And what I love about it is the pocket on the back here runs the length of the bag, so you can fit your phone in the back of this bag, which is fantastic. And also, it's a single flap. You can fit a lot more in this bag versus a caviar double flap bag. But again, this is not a bag that I recommend if you have a small collection or you're not careful with your bags. This is something you have to be precious about and consider what you're wearing. But I just think it's so dreamy and such a work of art that it is number 7 on my list. My 8th bag is actually my tweed vanity case. As you can see, I kind of love Chanel tweed. I haven't even used this bag. So I explained in my reorganizing my handbags video, which I'll link up here, that this is a bag that I bought that I was only gonna open when I reached a certain goal. With what has happened in the world this year, that goal is very far off, and I was like, instead of just leaving it sitting in the closet, this will just be my birthday gift to myself this year. So I'm only gonna start using this in October when it's my birthday. But it's number 8 favorite on my list just because of the look of it. I mean, look at this bag. It's so beautiful. The only thing I wish is that the chain detached from it, because this would be such a cute bag just to carry in the hand. I don't know how I'm gonna do that with the strap. So that's one thing. I mean, I guess if you're gonna keep it forever, you could probably have the leather cut and this last piece removed and replaced with a clamp, but you'd have to be really, really sure you're never gonna sell it, because that would tank the value of this bag if you ever go to resell it. But yeah, I think it's so gorgeous, and when I start using it, I'll take a call if that's something I'm gonna do, or if it's fine just the way it is. The 9th bag on my list will probably surprise you, but it's my Pochette Matisse. This was a gift from my fiance a while back. I've had this for a few years now, and this is a limited edition collection. Now, it's probably a surprise if you know me that I'm either wearing like black or colors. I'm not a brown or neutrals person. Like, that is just not in my wardrobe much. So I loved the style of this bag when I saw it, but I knew I would only ever go for this bag if it had more colors. Patches on this bag actually allow me to wear this with so many colors in my wardrobe. I can pair this with black, I can pair it with different colors that are in the patches, and it looks nice. This is one of my favorite bags to travel with. It's so durable, it's scratch resistant. I usually use this with the twilly on the handle. I forgot to put it back on for this video. What I love about it is the inside, how it's divided. It's lined in this pink. I have it stuffed. The strap is in here, so you can wear this crossbody on the shoulder, in the hand. The options are endless. But the best thing is if you're in a city where you commute, this pocket here in the back, my keys, my Metro card, and my phone fit in this pocket. So if you are schlepping it in your coat and you've got this on crossbody, you don't even have to open the bag. You just put your hand behind, zip it open, get your valuables that you need, and then you just kind of go about your life. And on the inside is everything you need for a busy city day. Even though brown is not my style, it really works in my wardrobe. This bag is this Tiffany blue Chanel. This was a seasonal style, and when I saw this, this was a dream bag for me. Now, this is in calfskin. They told me it's more durable than lambskin, but less durable than caviar. Honestly, this is probably one of the hardest bags to take care of because of the sharp edges. There's a bit of corner wear here. So this is not a bag that I use super often. I'm very careful about what I wear when I wear this bag, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's nice and like puffy, squishy leather. And on the back, this is what I loved about the bag. You can fit your phone. The pocket runs the whole space of the bag. And on the inside, it's lined in such a fun fabric. And it's super big because it's like a triangle shape. This fits so much more than a medium classic flap. This is slightly bigger, but it's, you know, in that similar medium size range. But the chain is extra long, so this can actually be a crossbody. Now, if you're short, I would not say that you should seek this bag out because the chain is super long and there's not really a way to shorten it. Unless you took it and you tied it inside with maybe a ribbon or something, you could definitely do that. Number 11 is my pink Chanel Coco handle. This is just such a dream to have. I love this deep pink. I really like the new pink that's out. I almost thought about selling this until I looked at it again. Just the perfect darker pink. Most of my pink bags are quite lighter pinks, so this is such a good addition to my collection because this is a darker pink. It's more of a pop, and I loved the black Coco handle so much. I decided to go for this one. It was kind of by chance that I ran into this. I was in London in Selfridges and I saw one, and at the time I saw it, it was quite old. It was from a previous collection that they had already pretty much phased out. So I just asked to see it and I tried it on and I fell in love with it. I went home, I had to think over it, and I ended up back there buying it. There was a huge price difference between this one and the one I bought in Dubai. The one I bought in Dubai came out to about $4,500. I don't remember the exact after the conversion. Price is already better in the UK. And then when I got my VAT back, this bag ended up being like $3,500. So that's $1,000 difference at the time that I bought this bag. Prices may have changed since then. I really recommend if you are looking for a Coco handle, if you can get it while you're traveling, that is the best way to get it because these on the pre-loved market go above retail. Like I've seen them sell for $5,000, $5,500. Number 12 is my Nano Balenciaga City in this gorgeous beige color with gold hardware. This bag is one of my favorite Nano bags because it can actually fit my phone. I got this at the Bicester Village outlet in London, so it was already at a great discounted price. I got the VAT return. Don't have many neutral bags in my collection, but this is towards the top of my favorites because I think it is just the most functional Nano bag. And the gold hardware means I can dress it up, dress it down. It's just such a gorgeous bag, and it's such a teeny tiny size. I have the city bag in 2 other sizes, which you'll see soon. This one I think is just so stinking cute, and that's why it ranks so high. Number 13 on my list is my Saint Laurent Vicky. Now, I've seen this called the medium and I've seen it called the large, so I'm really not 100% sure what size this is. From what I've seen, it's the biggest size they make. So it has this crazy chunky gold chain. This is what I like to call my grown lady bag. I am nervous about the patent leather aging in Dubai. I haven't had success with that in the past with other bags, but I'm trying my best to take care of it, and I'm hoping that it's gonna hold up, because this is a bag that I really do want to have in my collection forever. I think it's just so amazing. It's a great alternative to the Chanel Jumbo, because it's now less than half the price of a jumbo, because the jumbo has gotten so expensive. I have a full video on this. I'll link it above. Love this because it's such a statement bag. The giant logo is just gorgeous. I like the vertical quilting too, because it's very different from other bags I have in my collection. But it is quite heavy, so it's something to be aware of. And I don't use it super often, but every time I put it on and I do use it, I'm like, wow, this bag is so special. Number 14 is my pink YSL wallet on a chain. I adore this bag. It's in the color India Pink. When this color came out, the only access point I saw for it was My Teresa. I thought about it too long and I missed out on the bag, so it took me a really long time to hunt this thing down. I ended up finding this bag pre-loved on the RealReal. Now, it wasn't much off retail. I didn't care if I had to pay above retail because I missed out on this colorway and I wanted it so badly. I didn't care what style it was. I just wanted this India Pink color. It's so gorgeous. It's like the perfect bubblegummy pink. This style has a removable strap, so it's super versatile. You can use it as a clutch. I find that this Saint Laurent leather is much more durable than the Chanel Caviar leather on their wallet on a chain. The 15th bag on my list is my Chanel wallet on a chain in this Tiffany blue color. It has the teeny tiny logo, the classic quilting. This was the bag that I wanted for a while. Welcome to the video. This is my dog Sophia. So this color was something that I knew I wanted. When I found this in the wallet on a chain style, I was like, that's perfect, because then I'm not spending classic flat money on it, but then I can add the piece to my collection. I absolutely love it, and the color is just a dream. 16th bag is this Python Rainbow Saint Laurent. It is just stunning. I want to say generally I don't seek out exotic bags. This was something that I was in Paris for a friend's wedding, and we had half a day to go shopping, and we were wandering around Galeries Lafayette, and I just saw this bag and I knew that this was one of the most special bags I would ever see. It's just a gorgeous rainbow. I don't use it a lot. Python is something you have to be very careful with. It can be prone to flaking. You have to be careful how you wear it. And I don't want to say I'll never buy an exotic again, but I do appreciate brands like Chanel who have stopped exotics completely, and I'm not actively seeking any exotics in the future, but if I stumbled upon one like this, I don't know if I would go for it or not. And I don't want to say never, because obviously I have one in my collection. So I don't want to act like I've completely changed my mind about it, but I don't actively seek them out. The bag will always have a special place in my heart. It's a memory from my trip to Paris, and I think it is such a special evening bag that it dresses up just a simple black dress beautifully. This is definitely not an everyday bag and something that you can just use and not think about. This is for someone who can be precious with their bags. 17th bag on my list is my Louis Vuitton on the go tote. This one, it's heavy because it has stuff in it. I haven't used it much. I got it at the start of the year, but I bought this bag to be my carry-on travel bag. I want to get an insert for it that zips so that I can even put it under the seat in front of me. But this is something that is a functional piece. When I saw the on the go tote, I knew I needed it. It fits my 15-inch MacBook Pro, which my Neverfull does not. Love that it has the two straps. So you have the long shoulder straps and you have the shorter handles where you can carry it in the hand. I also love that the little bit of hardware that is there is gold, because I feel like black and gold is so much more my vibe than black and silver. So this is the perfect luggage laptop working bag piece for me. Number 18 is my Balenciaga City in the size small. This bag, it's stuffed right now in dust bags to keep it shaped, because that's how I store my bags, but generally this is a nice slightly slouchy style. I love the gold hardware on this. You can tuck these little bits inside if you want it more clean, but it's easier to zip if you leave them out. This is like a functional everyday. Ronnie gave me this for my 25th birthday. At that point I was looking for this bag but all they had was like that crinkled kind of leather, or they had the smooth leather, and I didn't want either. And then they came out literally like right in time for my birthday. Stained leather, but it has a smoother finish. It's scratch resistant, but it's not as weathered looking as their crinkled leather. So I absolutely love this. I think it's chic enough to wear in the night, like without the strap. It does have a strap that comes with it. You can wear it crossbody, in the hand, on the shoulder. I've traveled with this bag. I've put it under the seat in front of me. This is such a fantastic bag, and it's a little more subtle because if you do want, you can keep this side out, and there's not as much flash and show. There's no big designer logo. The hardware is recognizable to designer lovers, but maybe not to everyone who would recognize like an LV monogram or something like that. So if you want something a little more subtle but has a nice style, this is a great bag. I really love this for daily use and travel, and it's just a bag that, like, yes, it was an it bag at one point, but I feel like now you can keep it around in your collection and it still makes sense. The 19th bag in my collection is not exactly a bag, but I'm including it because it looks like a bag. So it's the teeny tiny bracelet backpack from Louis Vuitton. I love this. Again, you guys know I'm not a huge monogram Louis Vuitton person, but this is so little monogram, and the accents are black. So it matches, like if I wear a top like this, it looks really nice because of the black accents. I think a lot of people put AirPods in here. I don't have AirPods. I don't really put anything in here. I usually just use this as an accessory. Sometimes when I wear my push-up Matisse, I wear this. It's so stinking cute. And the funny thing is I'm not like super into the Louis Vuitton backpacks, but for some reason I saw this and I was like, I need it. Like, look at how teeny tiny this is. So yeah, I think of this as a piece of jewelry, nothing more. I bought this in Galeries Lafayette. They have a Louis Vuitton inside there in Dubai Mall. I did pay more than I like to pay for these little trendy items because it would have been cheaper if I could have gotten it while I was traveling, but I knew it was such a special piece, and on the pre-love market it was already marked up like $300 to $400 above the retail, so I just went for the Dubai price. Number 20 on my list is my pink chevron Chanel wallet on a chain. Again, I love the tiny logo. It came out around the same time as the quilted iridescent pink, and I took too long to decide on that and I missed out. And then I saw this and I was like, actually, this is much easier to match in my collection. Slightly salmony, but not really. It's kind of a mix of like a salmony and a baby pink. So it's a unique color that I didn't have, and it's a matte leather. So I really loved that it wasn't like a shiny pink, and it can really suit a lot of different colors. This is easy to mix and match, like if I'm wearing other pastels. Wallet on a chain is something that I look at when there's a color that comes out that I absolutely love, but I know I'm not gonna get tons and tons of use out of because I do have a larger collection. So this is at a lower price point, so I go more for a wallet on a chain in that scenario. There was no need to get another medium pink Chanel, so this was a perfect option. I also bought this in London, so I got the tax back, so the price was pretty good, because even wallet on a chains on the pre-love market, depending on the color, can go above retail price. Number 21 on my list is my pink Empreinte leather push-up Matisse from Louis Vuitton. I saw a YouTuber, I can't remember who it was now because it's been so long ago, say that her Gucci loafers matched this bag perfectly, and I already had the other push-up Matisse at the time, and I was like, I love the bag so much. I've been looking for a bag to match those loafers. At the time, I didn't have a pink bag in my collection that really matched well with them. She said that, and I already knew I loved the bag. I was like, okay, I'll go on the hunt for it. And I got this. It was super hard to get your hands on this color, and I did buy it from Dubai. I wish I would have waited and just until I was on a trip to buy it, because it would have been a much better price in London. My mother-in-law bought the navy one, and I was with her in London, and the price she paid after tax back versus what I paid for this was about a $700 difference. So I was really upset about it because I was like, oh, I could have saved so much if I would have just been more patient. The stock levels were better at that time, but around the time that I bought this bag, it was very hard to get. I think now this is a color that they keep around. I've seen it on the Louis Vuitton website before. It was hard to get as it used to be. I actually don't get as much use out of it as I thought I would, so now I'm like even more annoyed that I paid Dubai price for it. It is one that sometimes I go back and forth on, like should I sell it or should I keep it, because it's not as functional as I would have liked it. I think I'm holding off on those kind of decisions where I'm like up and down about until travel gets a little more normalized. Number 22 on my list is my white Tenerife Mini. I absolutely love this size. This has been my quarantine bag buddy. When I'm popping out for errands or running to the nail salon, this is the bag that my stuff is pretty much kept in by the door. I heard Mel and Melbourne say that about hers before, and I was like, you know, I kind of want the midi size, and I went for the pink midi one first. And I was finding it was too big for my lifestyle. And then when I ordered this one, I was like, okay, yeah, I get what she's saying. It's quite durable and I can wipe it down easily. And I'm actually really excited to take this traveling for the first time. I haven't traveled since I've gotten this bag. I think this would be such a great bag for many years to come. It is one of the more affordable bags on this list. Full disclosure, I am a Senriv ambassador and I do have a discount code with them. I'll pop it in the description if you'd like to use it. We're in no way sponsoring this handbag collection video. It's just one of the bags that I own and I wanted to include it. Number 23 is my Chloe Faye backpack. I love this bag. I get a ton of use out of it. I'm getting to the point in the list where it's a little more difficult to rank them because they're bags that I love, and I went through a period where they were my favorite. This used to be my favorite bag, but I don't use it as often now that I have my Chanel Coco handle. That's my black bag of choice. But when I do use this bag, I love it. It's a different style, it's a different vibe. It has the top handle, so even though it's a backpack, I mostly carry it like this. It does have the straps on the back. It's a mix of gold and silver hardware, which is my style. My watch is a mixed metal watch. Even though this has some marks and stains on the flap, I think it adds to the look, and I have it stuffed, but you can see there's some creasing around here. I think the Faye looks better when it gets these marks and signs of wear because it's just that type where it feels like a vintage bag. This bag is so multifunctional and it fits the world. Like, you can fit everything you need for a day. It's a great commuting bag. If you're walking around the city and it's on your back and you feel fine, and then you get on the subway and you don't necessarily want to have your bag on your back, that's what this strap is great for. You can just tuck it up under your arm like this and it's very secure. I don't have to worry about that in Dubai, but when I do travel, I think about that. I lived in New York for 5 years. I do try to consider people who live in busy cities and need more security in their bags, so that's why I mention these things to you guys. It's just a snap open, but because you can put it under your arm, I do feel it's quite secure, and the magnet's pretty strong that if someone tries to open it, you're kind of gonna feel it. This is number 23, but if you would have asked me a few years ago, it probably would have been much higher. Number 24 on my list is my Saint Laurent Cape bag with the tassel. This is a mock croc style in this gorgeous pink color. I love the gold and the pink combination. I've always wanted a Saint Laurent with this tassel, but I knew I wanted it to be special, so it took me many years before I pulled the trigger. I actually bought this from an influencer that I follow, Stephanie. She was selling this on her Instagram stories. Kept it in great condition. I felt safe buying from her because I've seen her unbox her bags and take us along for her shopping experiences, so I knew she wouldn't try to sell a fake bag or anything. That is how I got my hands on this one. This is a lot more durable than my Python one, for sure. It's not one that I use a ton, but it's one that I'm so happy to have in my collection, and I'm so glad that I waited for the perfect color for me, my Givenchy Antigona Small. I have a review of this, so I'll link it above, but I love this bag. Again, just like the Faye, this is a bag that used to be my favorite bag, my daily bag. I carried it everywhere with everything, and I really got a ton of use out of it because the color is just so dreamy. It's a bag that I use less of now because I prefer smaller bags, but it's a bag that I keep in my collection. Items go in and out of style. Preference changes for me also throughout the year, so I'm sure again there will be a day when I'm into bigger bags and I'm gonna be happy to have this in my collection. I bought this in the boutique in Dubai. This was my first Givenchy bag purchase, and I did buy it in store because it was a limited edition color. 26th bag on my list is my Senriv Aria belt bag. This is the dragon leather. It's kind of like a mock croc design. It's such a great day to night bag. You can add the chain to give it more glam for the evening. I've had my yellow one, which I love using on summer trips, but I wanted something to use for winter trips, and I thought this would be beautiful with coats. So I haven't traveled yet with this particular one, but I've traveled with my yellow one, which you'll see later on this list. This could even just be my only bag that I take when I travel if I want to pack really light. Leather is super durable, and you just can't go wrong because it's so versatile. Number 27 on my list is my Chanel Square wallet on a chain. This is an anniversary gift from my fiance Ronnie, and what I love about the Square is that it has 2 pockets and a zip compartment in the middle. It's a little more roomy than your rectangular wallet on a chain, and it also has a shoulder pad. Now, the only thing about this bag is I feel like this size, and this is why it's not higher up on my list, this size of square looks very weird on my body when it's crossbody. I really only like this bag when I'm hanging it on my shoulder. That's also why I haven't gone for a square mini classic flap, because when I put it on, there's something about my body shape that it just never sits right. Like my teeny tiny square wallet on a chain sit much better on my body than this does. It's gorgeous for evenings. I actually have a little bit of an obsession with this like fashion gray color. Not really a car person for myself, but I like to acknowledge beautiful cars, and a Porsche in this like fashion gray matte color, oh my god, it looks so good. So that kind of inspired this. I also love the pocket on the back runs the length, so in a pinch, if my phone doesn't have its big case on it, I can slip it here. So this is quite a functional wallet on a chain. Not as common as the rectangular version, but I think they're a super underrated bag. Like if you're looking to get the most out of your money for Chanel and you're looking around the wallet on a chain price point, this one is a great one I would recommend. Number 28 is my Dior saddlebag. Oh, this has been a dream bag for me. The time that came out in the store, I was too young to be carrying such an expensive bag. Always kept it on my dream wish list. When Dior relaunched the saddlebag, I was so disappointed in the colors that they launched. Like, where was the fun of it? So I immediately went to the pre-loved market. I found this one on the RealReal, and it's in such good condition for being like a white and pink bag that's like a fabric. There are some signs of wear, especially on the handle, but I knew this would be more of an occasional bag, so I didn't want to pay. The new prices are just astronomical. I would never get the price per wear out of a new saddlebag. New pre-loved would be better for me. Number 29 on my list is my beige medium Balenciaga city bag. Now this bag is super heavy, but it can carry your life. It's a slouchy style. It's the same hardware as my Nano. The color is slightly different. I think my Nano is slightly lighter. I also got this at the Bicester Village outlet just outside of London. One thing I did do, because the strap that comes with it is so dumb. You can only put it on your shoulder. You can't put it crossbody. So this I wanted to use as a travel, like a carry-on bag. Like I wanted a light colored carry-on bag. This is the strap it comes with. I bought a Fendi strap from the outlet store. It's literally the identical color to this bag. So this is how I wear this bag. It is still heavy, yes, but for the most part, if I have a rolling suitcase, this is sitting on top of the suitcase. This is a bag that I go back and forth that I don't know if I get enough use out of it to justify keeping it. I do like it, and I'm trying not to get rid of those types of bags right now while there's no travel going on. So I might sell this in years to come, but I'm not sure. 30th bag on my list is my Chloe Tess in pink. This is one of those bags that when I see it on my shelf, I don't necessarily always reach for it. I tend to pick other bags over it, but then when I do use it, I remember why I bought it and I remember how much I love it. It happens with me with certain Chloe bags. You'll see another one lower down on my list that also is the same way. It's like a piece of jewelry as well as a bag. It looks so nice. I actually have a coat that matches this color. So this is more of a fall winter pink for me. This does look good with a white dress. I tend to pick my brighter pinks in the summer. I don't think I want to sell it, but I am going to see how much I use it in the coming fall winter season. I did review this bag, so I'll pop it up on the screen if you want to know more. 31 is my silk giant Chanel hobo bag, I guess you'd call this style. I've had this since college. It was one of my first Chanel bags. I thought it was so cool, so slouchy. It's one of those, again, you have to be precious with it. It is fully silk, so you have to watch the jewelry you wear on it. It's not a bag I take out often, but it is a piece of art, and I get so many compliments on it when I do wear it. I think it's just so unique and something you don't see very often that I really need to take it out more. I love how the zipper pull is the big CC logo. Just make sure to be careful when I'm taking it around, but it really is like a carry-all bag that's like super special and unique. Number 32 is my Gucci Super Mini Dionysus. This bag is a result of my tiny bag obsession when I went on a tiny bag buying spree. I got this on a layover in the Paris airport, duty free, so the price was quite good. You see these going for at or above retail on the pre-loved market. What I loved about this is not only is it a blue velvet, but it has this like gold GGs, and it also has pieces of black. I almost went for the bigger size, but I'm so happy I went for this size because I don't think I would get much use out of the bigger size in this colorway. This is really more suited as a nighttime bag. Nighttime bags I don't like to invest as much money in if it's specifically just for nighttime. I don't use it a ton because it is a nighttime bag and I haven't been going out as much at night, but it is a bag that I can see getting a lot of use of over the long term. Number 33 is my Fendi baguette. Now this one is vintage, so there is quite a bit of wear on the hardware. The FF logo print became all the rage again. I was like, I need something in my wardrobe, but I don't want to pay new Fendi pricing. So I was searching the pre-loved market, and as soon as the first collection came out, that's when I got this. Now they're much more expensive on the pre-loved market, even in the same condition as mine. I got mine on the luxury closet for $214. One of my best finds, super proud of it. I'm happy keeping it in my collection even though I don't use it a ton all the time because I didn't pay thousands for it. A new baguette is very expensive. This worked out. I've got the trend. I didn't spend a lot. Keep it forever. I don't have a huge investment in it, so I'm happy to have it. I use this bag more often now because I found the headband on sale, and you guys know I love a headband. Number 34 is my Senreve Aria yellow belt bag. This is a bag I had before I worked with Senreve. I use this for travel. It's a great summer bag. I bought the additional chain so it's more versatile. This is what started my love with the brand. I thought this color was so beautiful. I've traveled with this bag. I've spilt gelato on it. It wipes off. It's in my best travel bags video, which I'll link up here. Lower down on my list because this color doesn't go with everything. If I want to pack light and take one bag, I have to really carefully consider the outfits I'm bringing on a trip. So that's the only reason, really. It's not a bad bag. It's actually one of the best bags in my collection in terms of durability and ease of use. Number 35 is my Valentino Rockstud tote. This was my everyday bag for the longest time. When I got this bag, I didn't have as big of a collection as I do now. See the wear up here where you close the bag? So that's one thing I didn't know when I got this bag, is when you close it down, it leaves these marks. So if you have a Rockstud that closes like that, you should always close it up so that it doesn't get those marks over time. This bag is seriously the best bag. It holds your life. It's so big. I like that it's a different style tote. You don't see this necessarily on everyone. These were more bold colors, so this worked really well in my wardrobe, but I lean more toward pastels now. So this is more of a beach bag for me. I got this on sale in Gallery Lafayette here in Dubai, and it was 40% off. I remember because it was a really big purchase for me at the time. Really got my use out of it, so it being a beach bag now is not a huge deal to me because I've gotten my wear out of it as a daily bag. I do still occasionally take it out when I need a tote for running errands. Sorry, I've got to pet the dog because she's barking and she won't stop, but number 36 is my Celine Nano, and this was a dream bag for me. I wanted this bag when it came out, but I wasn't able to get it then. So in more recent years, I put a price in my mind of what I wanted to pay for the bag. I've just been watching it every now and then on the pre-loved market, and my birthday rolled around, and there was one available around that time, so my dad got me this for my birthday last year, and it's just so cute and so tiny. I think this is such a great pop of color. I don't have anything else in this electric Barbie pink. Really love the shape. It holds so much. I don't get as much use out of it as some of my other bags, but I do love it, and it's something that will stay in my collection forever. Number 37 is my Chloe Nile. Now this doesn't rank higher simply because my phone has outgrown the bag. Since I bought this bag, phones have been getting bigger and bigger, and now I have a Samsung Note 9. It nowhere near fits in this bag. So this is really when I am willing to carry my phone in my hand, then I can wear this bag. But it doesn't fit most phones today. That's why I ended up getting my test bag. It was a birthday gift from my fiance several years back, and it's something I will keep and cherish forever. And I do use it occasionally, and every time I do, I just love the look of it. But it's for very specific occasions. Also, the leather is not very hard wearing. There's a big scratch on the back. It's a beautiful little bubblegum pink. I think it's so pretty. Number 38 is my nylon Chanel flat bag. This is actually part of their like athletic ski line. I love the Prada nylon trend, but I am a Chanel girl. So when I saw this bag, it was only $600 on Fashion File. And what I love about it is it has a zip. So it's super secure. What's amazing was my athleisure wear and sweatpants, and that's exactly why I bought it. And Chanel for $600, even if it is nylon, you pay more than that for Prada nylon now. So the next bag on my list is my double pouch from Louis Vuitton. So it has 2 zips on the top, and it does have a chain. I'm not really sure if you classify this as a small leather good or a handbag, but because it has a gold chain strap where you can wear it as a crossbody, I included it in handbags. It's a large monogram on one side and then the smaller pink monogram on the other side. I'm not much of a red person, so I mostly wear it like this, but I do like that the red also has pink, so even with a pink outfit, this works. Sorry, my dog has decided it's playtime. I'm going to try to edit as much of that out, but I'm going to lose the light if I don't continue, so please, if you hear her little growls, she's playing with a toy on the bed over there, and please ignore her. Get a bag. You can also use this as a pouch in your Neverfull. There are card slots. It fits a phone. They took this to the outlet mall with me. There's a train ride there, then the shopping itself all day, and then the train ride back. I felt lightweight. The chain didn't even dig in. Such a great bag to have. So I highly recommend this style from Louis Vuitton if you want a lower priced piece from a limited edition collection. Number 40 is my Chloe Tess in the tri-color, darker blue, the lighter blue, and the brown. What I love about this is it has 3 different textures as well. This one is like a embossed leather, this is a croc embossed leather, and then this is a smooth leather. Do you hear my dog? She's pitching a fit because I'm not giving her attention. I'm talking to you guys instead. So we're back to petting her so I can get through this. It was such a nice gift from my in-laws. I picked this colorway specifically because I wanted a bag that I could wear with blue denim jeans that I didn't have to worry about color transfer, and it wasn't black. Blue rubs off on the blue. It's really not going to change it that much. So this is a very carefree bag for me that I can wear mostly in the fall and winter. Number 41 is my Prada backpack. So I had this bag back in high school. Then when it went out of style, I gave it to my mom because she really wanted it. And then it came back in style and I regretted giving it to her. And I saw the price of the new ones and they were so expensive. Even on the pre-loved market, Prada nylon is so sought after right now that the price on the pre-loved market was still like $600–700. The bag is like $1,000 new now, I think. Or maybe even more, I'm not sure exactly. But I was at Bicester Village again and I saw this one. My old one had silver hardware and this has gold, so actually I like this one more. This was for under $500. The original one I think I paid under $200 because I had gotten it pre-loved when I bought it. So yes, I had to pay more, but at least my mom is enjoying that one, and now I have this in my collection. I don't use it a ton. Again, this is one that I bring out when I have athleisure wear or a day trip. Happy to have it in my collection, and I've learned my lesson. I will never get rid of it because I'm sure it'll go out of style and then it'll come back in. So this is something I'll keep forever, and I know I'll get my cost per wear out of it in the long run. 42 on my list is my Senreve Midi Maestra. I review this bag, so I'll pop it up here for you. But this one is so low down on my list because I bought the wrong size. My lifestyle, the mini works out better. This is a size I would recommend if you're commuting to work, if you live in a city and you need to bring a lot of things with you and you don't have a car. It converts into a backpack, which is great. It's a good durable leather. It's very secure. But I drive a car in Dubai. I just don't need this much with me on a daily basis. I almost think I might sell this one and then rebuy the same color but in the mini size. Just get more use out of it if it was in the mini size. Next bag on my list is the Christmas edition from last year of the double pouch. I I bought this because I knew how functional the double pouch was. I really loved this Christmas edition. This is definitely more of a seasonal piece for me. It just feels like a Christmas bag to me, and that's kind of what I keep it for, is that winter time of year. It pairs much better with my like winter clothes as well. I went for this one even though it is brown monogram because it has pink and purple, so that matches with a lot of my wardrobe. So I'm excited to get more use out of it in this Christmas season because I think it's just so cute. Number 44 is my Rainbow Valentino mini tote. I freaking love this bag. It's only so low down on the list because it's super hard to pair. I wouldn't pair it with black for fear of color transfer. Really, your options are white or solid colors because it's a lot. It's a statement. So of course I love it. I have the matching shoes as well. I would never get rid of this, and it's held up much better. There's only one little indent here, but no really scratching because I learned my lesson from the bigger tote, and I've put this up. It's a smooth leather, and if you scratch it, it would show very easily. So be careful with this, but I do love it, and it's super unique. Number 45 on my list is my vintage Louis Vuitton multicolored monogram bag. Now, this is very well loved, but I found this in a pre-loved shop when I was on my trip to Amsterdam. It was under $400. It really depends on the condition, what the price of these bags are. I want to try cleaning it up actually with the Jason Mark sneaker wipes. I did those on my Gucci trainers and they looked spectacular after. I really haven't given this a good clean. I find this quite difficult to style. Like, even though it has all the colors and you could match it with anything, I don't know what it is, but I haven't worn it as much as I would like to, so I need to figure out how I would wear this more. Maybe I need to sell this one on and try a different shape. I'm not sure. Number 46 is my Valentino Rock Stud clutch. It's in this bright yellow. Also got this 40% off in Gallery Lafayette in Dubai several years back. At that time, it was hard to get a discount on these because they were quite a sought after bag. So I was thrilled to see that in Dubai I could get 40% off. The pre-loved market, you were only seeing discounts maybe up to 10 to 15% off. So 40% off was amazing for brand new. I loved this electric yellow because I thought it was such a nice pop for the evening. I've used this bag so much and it doesn't show as much wear as you would think, but it does show wear. So it's not perfect anymore. Love this strap, and like when you put your hand through it, it looks so nice. You can even fit it down like this as well, and it looks so cute. Number 47 is my Celine luggage tote. This is the mini size, but there is nothing mini about it. This bag used to be like my it bag. Like, I love this bag. I carried it for everything. I was a lot younger then, and I didn't mind such heavy bags and carrying so much weight. Now I've become a little more concerned about the weight of my bag, and this is super heavy, especially if you're going to use it for a long time. So I don't get much use out of it. I also sourced this pre-loved. At the time, the cost of this bag was like $3,700 or something like that. This was a goat skin leather, so it was like a limited color, and it came on the pre-loved market for like $2,700, and I was like, it's still not low enough. And I watched it. It went down to $2,500. I was like, it's still not low enough. It went down to $2,200, and I was like, okay, fine. Now I'm getting about $1,500 off the bag. At the price with getting $1,500 off the bag, at the time, this was a much more popular bag. I've had this bag for 7 years at least now. It's been well loved, well used. I've gotten my use out of it, but it does have a lot of signs of wear. I don't know if you can see. I'm selling it even though I'm not using it because on the back, I somehow managed to get green paint on it. I've tried to clean it off. It doesn't come off. I'm almost considering getting this bag like painted by an artist. Because now I don't use it, but then looking at it on the screen, I'm like, no, I don't want to paint it. I mean, it's such a gorgeous gray color. Nice neutral that goes with so many other colors. I'll probably have this forever just because it's really not worth selling. I would get like pennies for it. So it's in my collection, but it is well used and scuffed up, and there are scratches everywhere. Number 48 is my neon green Alexander Wang tote. So there is some discoloration on it. I have really gotten my use out of this. This is again another very heavy handbag. I got this in 2013. I paid full price for it. It was one of the first bags I had paid full price for. I used some of my graduation money from college to get this bag. because I just wanted something amazing and fun and something I would use a lot, and I did use this to death. With the discoloration, I wouldn't get a lot for it if I sold it anyways, so it's something that I keep. I keep it in storage. I don't keep it in my bag cabinet there. Number 49 is my Marc Jacobs Fuller bag. My very first luxury designer bag. I saw this in Saks Fifth Avenue and I just drooled over it. It had a 40% off sale, and my dad got this for me for my 15th birthday. I remember calling him from the store and saying, "Dad, I really want this for my birthday," and he came up and he bought the bag for me. This is such a sentimental bag. Red is really not my color, but at the time I liked red a little bit more, and I used this to death. This was my everyday bag. I absolutely loved it and used it. Know literally what every mark is from on this bag. I cherish this bag. I will never get rid of it, even if I don't use it. I pull it out maybe once every other year just to wear it and have those memories. This is literally the start of my designer collection. It's not typically how someone would start a designer collection. You would typically go for a brand that's more well-known, like a Louis Vuitton or something like that. Most people start with Louis Vuitton, I think, for their premium designer collection, but even from a young age, I've always bought bags from my reaction to them. I don't really care what other people think about it or if it's on trend. Me, like, it has to be that special reaction when I see a bag, and this was that for me, and this is what started it all. One day this shape comes back in fashion, and then I'll still have this, and then I'll get more use out of it again. Number 50 on my list is my vintage Louis Vuitton bucket bag. This thing has been through the ringer. I have replaced the string. This was my mom's, and I think she said it was bought a year or two after I was born. I don't remember exactly the year, so somewhere around 1991, 1992. That's how old this bag is. The canvas has held up beautifully. The leather has been through the ringer, but this is now my travel bag. I like that it has the vintage look, and it's so worn in and used. I don't mind using this as a travel bag, and it still holds up great. This is actually baseball glove leather. I think they charge you somewhere around $100 to replace this leather string around a bucket bag, like if it breaks. And over time it will, because that's how you tighten the bag and tie it. You can literally get baseball mitt leather string that you would like lace a baseball glove with, and it's literally the same color. Under $20 for a pack of it. I'll link it in my Amazon store below. I have extra, so if this one breaks, then I still have more. So you get more than one fix out of that little cheap DIY. This is something sentimental. Like I've said before, I don't wear a lot of brown. I keep this because my mom gave it to me and it was hers, and it's something that I'll always have, and if I ever have a daughter, I would give to her as well. Number 51 is my Dior little bowler bag. So this was a Christmas gift. I think I was 15 or 16 at the time. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but I saw this in Saks Fifth Avenue, our only place to see designer in Alabama, and I put it on my wish list for Christmas, and I told my dad I wanted this, and he gave this to me. It was such a special bag to me that I kept it tucked away, so I didn't even use it that much. I did use it, but I was very careful when I used it. That time with going to school and things like that, I liked bigger bags so I could keep more in it. So I kept this for best, and that's why it is in immaculate condition. Like, this looks absolutely brand new. There's pretty much no wear on it. There's fingerprints on this thing, but I have a feeling if I just cleaned that, it would look a lot better. One of those things that comes in and out of style. Number 52 is my Alexander McQueen clutch. Low down on my list simply because I don't get a lot of use out of it, but I think it's a work of art. I didn't spend a lot on it. I got it on a very good sale. I think I paid around $200 for it. Something that, even though I don't use a lot and it's more of an occasion bag, I don't mind keeping because I don't have a big investment in it. And I do still love it. I think the pattern is super unique and interesting. You'll see a lot of bags that have this like artwork kind of style. It's a bit of a faff to get inside of it because it stretches out like this and the zipper's there, and then when you're doing one side, the other one closes. So ease of use is not really there, but I think it's such a special looking bag. That's why I keep it around in my collection. 53 on the list is another bag that I got while I was in high school, and it is this Gucci tote bag. So our Saks Fifth Avenue didn't have a Gucci section. Back in that day, if you were a client at Saks, they would have these special presentations, group of items from a designer that wasn't commonly stocked in that Saks. Just, I think it was more to research the interest of their current clientele to see if they should stock that designer or not. So they had a display of Gucci bags. It was back in a private room, upstairs, invitation only type of thing. Sounds really bougie, and I don't know how I got invited because it's not like I shopped a ton in high school. This tote, I used it so much. But the thing is, that is the edge of the bag and it's like rolled down. So I got my use out of it, but once it got kind of like not cute looking anymore, I wasn't carrying it. So I decided to paint it. So this is painted by me. I knew I would probably get like 150 bucks for this, so I was like, why not paint on the bag, turn it into something fun that I can take out occasionally, and it's just something that I keep stored. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a long one. It might have been split into 2 parts, I'm not sure, but please subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'm gonna have a lot of handbag videos coming in the future, and follow me on Instagram to see how I style my bags, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.